Okay. I'm gonna give myself just maybe a minute or two. I think I get how this works. So, you know what? Screw it. Let's just, we're gonna go live. Here we go. We're gonna start stream. Boom. We are live. Cool. Now I just gotta share it with, with everybody else. Alright. Let's see. My channel. Refresh. Come on. Why can't I find... Oh, there we go. Just copy. Okay, now we will share it. Hey, how you doing? Wait, is the chat on screen too? So I thought I fixed that. Let's see. It is not. Okay, so we need to fix that. I thought I put a chat box. Let's see. Maybe I'm not cool enough? I mean, I'm brand new, so I mean, obviously, I don't think I would have a... I have no idea. I have it set to put a chat box on this particular layer, so I'm hoping that it appears at one point. Huh. Can I move that down like this? So it's supposed to be to the left side of the screen. I made a new thing so I could do this, but I guess it's not working. Let's see. Fill. No, I want stretch. I don't know what I'm doing. It will just, you know, if I don't have a chat, that's fine. That is fine. That is nothing but rocks entree. Yes, you know, I'll have to figure it out in the meantime, because obviously, ooh, can I? Nope. I'll figure it out eventually, or I can just be smart and just manage things from my phone, or I'll just look it up. I'll look it up. How about that? We'll just how to add chat to Twitch. Open the web browser of your choice. Log into Steam. Oh. Okay. Well, let's see here. I guess I can open. Why not work on it now? I've been up since 5 a.m. I can handle it. 5 a.m.? Jeez. It's like 7 p.m. where I'm at, dude. You've been up for over 12 hours? Eee. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll work on it. How to add a Twitch box, a Twitch chat box to your OBS. Oh, it's OBS. Let's figure this out. We're going on this journey together. Let's see. Twitch. Okay, open the web browser, go to Stream Lab. see, where is that at? I woke up earlier so I can get some water and complicated. It's a hell. Oh, okay. No. I understand. My throat's been acting up a little bit lately too. I thought I had strep throat, which I think I did, but I'm better now. So hopefully you feel better too. Let's see. I think I'm in the wrong spot. Let's see. You figure that they would like try to make this a bit easier for people, or maybe I just don't know. It's a recurring thing, yeah, but yeah, chats are usually in an overlay through OBS. Oh, I don't have OBS. The best practice when using chatbots is to be sure you have your graphic screens and overlays set up to incorporate it. Step 1. Open your web browser of choice. Log into Streamlabs with your Twitch account. Be sure you allow authorization. Oh, so this is a whole other setup I have to do. Yeah, I'm gonna wait on that. I'll wait on that. That's okay. That's because I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I don't want to download an app. I want to get it on my computer. That's what I get for looking up for things like this. I mean, I imagine it's just. I mean, if it's OBS, you're able to just, select your chat box and. It makes sense. I get it. I get it. I get it. But that'll be another thing for another time. Because that's something I kind of want to play around with, Something I don't want to do too much at right now because, I mean, live. And I don't know if I need to turn off chat or have to do anything else. Oh, I need to share that on live. We'll use this one and paste. Then boop, boop. Like, I woke up the other day, like, I went for a walk. It was a few days ago. And, everything was fine. The next day, my throat started hurting just on one side that was on my left side. And I thought, oh, maybe it's a piece of, like, popcorn or something that got caught in the throat on the way down. A little kernel piece. And so I was like, okay, I'll just take my toothbrush and just trying to dig it out. No, I guess that wasn't the case. And so I was like, okay, it hurts, but I'll deal with it. Next day, I'm like, okay, let's figure this out. So drink a bunch of water, some tea, some cough syrup, and it was feeling better. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then I think I slept with a cough drop or two in my mouth, and that really helped. So, and then today it hasn't really bothered me that much, but when I yawn, I feel it. So, like I told my wife, look, if I'm not feeling good, I'll go to the urgent care on Monday, and we'll see how it goes. Boop, boop, and boop, boop. Perfect. Oh boy. Ba 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 ba. All right. All right. I when I have a sore throat, I try to talk as little as possible, drink as much as possible. Some cold water, use some lozenges, tea if need. Oh yeah, no, like lozenges and cough drops, I keep on hand just because they're they're so handy. Tea I do keep on hand too. Just hey, I love my coffee, but sometimes when it gets cold and I don't have any hot chocolate, a cup of tea is nice. I got some lemon ginger tea. It's really good. Like I was over at a friend's house a few years ago, and I was feeling a little sick, but not too bad. And he was working on his nursing program video. He had to do an online thing where he had to do a whole physical assessment of a patient, and I was the patient, and it was fun. And then the tea was just so damn good. And I was just like, dude, I'm so sorry I'm drinking all this tea. He's like, dude, no worries. I get it. So I went to the store and I just bought a whole bunch and haven't looked back since. Okay, so I post on Facebook, I post on Twitter. So it's all good. And in between the first stream and this, Steam Beauty came out, and I was so happy because I love Maiden of and Neo Nectar. This girl's amazing. Finished my part. Oh yeah, I forgot. Everyone's just been overshadowing. Like Chaos Breaker and the Blood. Don't get me wrong, I really like the Blood, but I really like. Whew, I gotta double check on those cards. I really gotta double check because people were saying that it's Katrina on a stick for standard. So let's see. Nope, not TCG player. That's not what I want. A wiki. That's what I want. Then clan selection. Now, was it invisible? Yes, it was. Okay, cool. Let's see. Auto Vanguard Rearguard. One place, call plant token. And if this starts on Vanguard, get two instead. Nice. Alright, so kind of like the first Maiden of Cherry Blossom, right? Oh, want to try to make an overlay to capture your web browser? I'll play around with that. Trailing Rose, yeah, Trailing Rose. Just for this particular chat, I think I'll just keep it calm, and then I have to do more research. Gotta play around. I'm playing with I'm using a Windows 8.1 laptop, so it's not that good. So I gotta play around with a few things. And then Auto and Vander, when it attacks, Counterblast 1, retire 4. Ooh. Call 4 call 4 plant tokens to rearguard circle, and if your opponent's Vander is greater, all your tokens get plus 10,000 power. Jeez. Well, there you go. I mean, if this doesn't help with, like, Cycloned, because that, like, I agree. This is probably, this is really good. This is really good. I mean, like, this in premium is actually really cool too because of Cycloned. So, I have my build on Twitter. If let me check that out. Yes, let me go look at that. I don't know if I followed you yet. If not, bam, followed, done. Let's see. Where is that list? Probably easier if I do this. There it is. There it is. I see it now. Ooh, with Asha too. That's interesting. Hmm. I need to look up what some of these other cards are, but with Asha, that's really interesting. Huh. I like it. I like it a lot. Whew. I think I gotta read the rest of the other card support just so I can fully understand it. Let's see. Oh, that's what that one is. Okay. Auto rear when placed from hand to rear circle with a plant token. Draw card. This gains plus 5,000 power. Not bad. And then one last. Oh, that's what this one is. Okay. When placed, call plant token. Cool. Drop zone at the end of your turn. Cost return 2 plant tokens. Return this card to your hand. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's really nice. That's really cool. The plan is to use Force 2 for this deck since Peony and the tokens both get plus 10k power. Primal Vine with an OG token is a 14k attack. Your opponent needs to either take or guard using 2 cards, which takes up resources. We recommend Craig behind the Vanguard to make the back row tokens 10k boosters on the first attack. So Primal Vine would be 14k on first attack. Then something like Fall Vine with her skill, with her skill, and a 10k token is 25k. Then Peony with Craig for the first is 20k attack, but with her skill to retire 4 becomes 30k. Then calling 4 new plant tokens on rearguard. Then the plant tokens become 15k stronger, making 30k columns. But with Craig, he continuously boosts, making them 35k. More magic numbers. Nice. You know, I like that. That's actually pretty cool. Oh, and I got a new follower. Cool. Thank you very much. If you're watching, say hi in the chat. Sin Lucia. Hope I said that right. Lucia. It reminds me of a character from Shadowverse, from the Shadowverse anime. But that's really cool. That's, oh man, like Premium Collection is, or Premium. This may as well be, but this Clan Selection Plus is just so good. You know, it's so good. You know, all these decks have all these different varieties. I mean, okay, there may be some duds, but I mean, to be fair, I mean, it's all good. It's all really good. I just want to see this Maiden of Death hit premium and hit hard. That's just going to be amazing. I'm sorry I don't have anything else on screen. It's just me chatting. I'm still kind of new to Twitch. I normally stream on Facebook, so usually there's cards and stuff I can show off. But this time I just wanted to just kind of do like just a casual chat. Nothing really to show, just kind of just engage with the audience. I found out after the stream that the recording actually saves on my computer, so I can upload it to YouTube. So I could just be like, hey, content, great. And I don't have to edit that much. I really don't. see. Then Flower Carpet can retire. The the back 2 rear guards to return, and then Fall Vein over the. It can call a new plant token for another draw. The idea for 6 draw, 6 strip, because we do sacrifice rear guards, but after the first peony, you need to replace the tokens again with more core attacks with Fall Vein and Tree. Erminsul. I just call it Tree because it's a tree. However, I feel 3 counterblast units may be a bit too much. Or 3 counterblast units might be too much. There's so many damn good grade 1s and grade 2s for Neonectar. It's hard to sell to make. I may take Erminsul or Asha out since I feel 2 counterblast units in this deck is enough since we can't CC. Yeah, Neonectar can't CC yet. Huh. That is odd. I mean, you have stuff that generates soul, right? I mean, you're rewriting. Yeah. I guess it would just depend on how many cards you have that have a CB skill and how much they CB for. Because, I mean, if they're just a bunch of Counterblast 1s, then, I mean, depending on how situations go, I think you're fine. Which is why we use Padmini. Nice. Noise. You know, I thought I had a topic. Oh, I do have a topic. I do have a topic that I wanted to talk about. So I had posted on Facebook and Twitter kind of a meme. It's tell me your fears about Overdress. And then ominously I was like, fear first, then hope. What I meant to do was, okay, tell me your fears. And then in another post, tell me your hopes. But it worked out pretty well. So I actually just wanted to read a few. And, just read off a few. I'm going to mention some names, too. For everybody on YouTube watching this, sorry that this is just a blank screen. I'm really sorry. I mean, it's better than nothing, to be fair, but this is one of those things where it's like, you know what? Just put it on the background. Just listen. Oh, did you hear about the new premium extreme fight combo? Oh boy. Specifically for Neonectar, or is this for other clans? Because I have a few extreme fight combos that I like. Oh. Yes. Spark Arrow to Daikaiser Break Ride. Yo. Oh, man. Break Ride into a Shuritizer? Heck yeah. Actually, I think... Yeah, no, that's Kaiser. So yeah, that's I wish they would support Extreme Fight to some extent. I wish. Just a side event. Something. Where, hey, you got a crazy deck list that, isn't normal. Test it out in Extreme Fight, Oh my god. Like, one idea I had was mixing Mellum, the original Mellum, with Catch Goal, and some Goal Paladin deck where you search it out, you attack with Mellum, use Mellum skill, put it back, search out the Catch Goal. Catch Goal still goes off, lift the top 3 cards, call another unit. Hopefully, if done correctly, it's another Mellum. Attack with Mellum again. Kind of an infinite loop, but more of And then you would have something like Horsa in the back just powering up. So when your Superior Call stops and that loop breaks, then Horse is just like, a million. Just gets PG'd. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and read a few of these posts from the Facebook page and the Twitter about fears of overdress. It's fears and hope for overdress and what to expect. Ooh, hopefully that wasn't too loud. Break Ride Die Kaiser into Die Kaiser or Grade 2 skip with Kaizard. Oh, Japanese only to Die Kaiser. Yeah, no, it makes sense. I mean, it looks fun. It really does. Okay. So, Jonathan Sino. Now, I'm not reading these in any particular order. I just have it set to all comments. And for those on YouTube who want to read it or to follow along with it, I'll leave a link in the description. So, Jonathan Sino says, Fear. They make all standard cards worthless. Hope. They go back to G in terms of variety of decks, but with just slightly less taxing game state. Playing premium can be a great minefield sometimes. So G deck variety and options with V era, well, start of V where there was more than 4 turns gameplay. So that Overdress promotes a game state where you have a lot of variety, and that turns last longer than 4. Which honestly, I agree with. I think they've done correctly. If you play well enough, you can go past 4 turns. But at the same time, I guess if you have a bad hand, it's just not good. I like this one. Fear. This is from Russell Lopez Jr. It's just a fear. Touch Kazi gets another Gaia-powered boss. I don't really have much to say about that. I mean, I'd like to hope. Like, I think we talked about it last time, where we mentioned different. Had commented how there's a new team of card designers now for client selection, where the previous team they last worked on the Bermuda set and the Sanctuary Guard set. So starting from client selection, there's a new team of card designers. So, and I think going from there, I think these card designers, this new team, understands the people, what they would like, what the game needs. Or to some degree of both, probably. Joshua Espinosa. Fear. Premium and and V merge so that Overdress becomes the new standard. Hope. Overdress adds a new mechanic that makes the game more interactive, would like hand traps and Yu-Gi-Oh. I can understand the fear, because like people are saying that there's going to be a set rotation, which Vanguard's not the kind of game to do a set rotation. Hand traps, I absolutely disagree with. I think if there were more cards that had guard skills, maybe, but hand traps, no, I don't think so. I don't like the idea of hand traps. I like when Yu-Gi-Oh started introducing hand traps, not many people used it aside from Effect Veiler. But once we got like Ash Blossom and all the other Ghost Girls, it was just like, nah, there's too many hand traps. I mean, aren't G Guardians the best of both worlds? They are, or something. I agree. And I think someone else commented later about Blitz orders, so we'll get into that in just a sec. It's warm in here. All right. I definitely don't want hand traps, but I do agree with the sentiment of something a bit more interactive. The game's kind of interactive. It's just it's not complex. Kelsey Williams, Fear. It's another type of reboot, which I really don't want. Hope. It introduces things like armor or weapons you could equip to your units or Vanguard for a temporary power boost, or maybe for like a turn or two. This is an interesting idea because you're taking the term overdress literally, and I kind of like that. At the same time, though, I think that would just be a normal order, and I think if they were to, actually make better normal orders, that could be a thing. I don't think it's gonna be a reboot. I honestly don't think so. I How many times can we get Aichi as a main character? I just it's no. Don't get me wrong, I like Aichi, but it's like, I don't want to have to go through the story again. Oh, this one's from my buddy AJ. Fear. Bushiroad continues the trend of oversupporting main character clans, and undersupporting everything else. Hope. Bushiroad continues the trend of taking established clan mechanics and tinkering with them, creating new and interesting gameplay. So, the fear is understandable because also was more of a chrono. Yeah. Oh yeah. Who's left on your collection list? Ethics Buster delete for me. Oh man. I'll get back to that. Remind me. I'll have to get back to that. Ethics Buster for sure. Because just Ethics Buster is just so good. But I understand the fear because obviously I think what they've done is they've given a majority of the Force clans the biggest buff versus like some of the Protect and Excel clans. I'm not saying that, some clans are worse. No, I'm not saying that. But there's just a few Forest clans that kind of just outshine everything else. And mainly Luard. But Gerduit is kind of there too. But we don't have anything Protect wise that's on par with Luard and Gerduit so far. We gave Spites a gas deal, and we still aren't loved enough. And you get double markers. I think people are just picky. Well, I want it to work exactly like this. Well, that's not how it's printed. Well, that's bad. Or maybe you just need to learn how to better play your clan. But I do hope that Bushiroad does continue with that trend, like AJ was saying, of tinkering with clans. I think what they should do is, instead of 4 clans per main set, just keep to 3. But up the number of cards to, let's see, most extra boosters give about, or main boosters give about 22 cards of support with a reprint. So I want to say about 90 cards in total. I think if you were to do that for 3 clans per set, that you could divide it into 30 cards per clan, and then you can kind of come up with this interesting dynamic of, okay, we're gonna here's the main build, and then here's a fun build you can play that also works well with this. Victor Torres, Fear, a reboot that makes older cards, those I already have from G, even less powerful. Hope, a new set that's easily accessible, and generic cards that act like gifts/orders that can be obtained anytime during a match from a separate deck like tokens. To be fair, that's what premium format's for. Premium makes the older G cards shine, although some of their abilities just aren't as good anymore. But there are some really interesting cards from the G era and even the original era that are still played today. And sometimes we'll see a card that just interacts with a certain way, and it's like, whoa, that's really cool. Haven't seen Vanguard anime since Shinobon ended. Uh, are you watching the dub? Because Vanguard If happened, and though it doesn't have card fights necessarily, it's an interesting. It's a side story essentially, and it's kind of this what if thing, and it's actually pretty entertaining. The first like 12 episodes are kind of like villain of the week, and then you learn it's kind of a Ren's fault, and things start to develop until like episode 18 to 20ish, and then things get like, whoa, I need to know what happens next episode. It has provided me so many memes, and meme material is just I love it. But Shinamon was great. I would like to see. I could totally see Bushi being like, okay, hey, Shin's the new character again, except it's older Shin as he's aged in the G era, but he has to go do something. No, I don't know. I think that'd be kind of cool though. I would really like to see Shin fight more. Get involved. Like, could you imagine like, if somehow there were to be like the Link Joker invasion again, or some story element where there's some invader, and then everybody has to go fight the bad guy, and then Shin just pulls out his Astral Poet deck and just starts wrecking face. Oh. Oh yeah, no, the card. Dude, I praise Shinamon. Shinamon was just such a good. Of the reboot, Shinamon is definitely the best season. Don't get me wrong, I liked the simplified version of the manga, of its two arcs. And then the high school arc is definitely the lowest part, although my Platinum Ezel's there. It was a season that was way too short. It could have been expanded, a few extra episodes. Could have been 25 episodes instead of the 15. Actually had good, it's down to earth, normal card fights. And then, something interesting with memories. That could have been fun. To be fair, we don't like Malkuth Melek could have been interesting. I think, the idea that he had that it could revive his parents was interesting, and I'm curious to be like, okay, how do you know this is gonna work? I mean, he was willing to risk his life for it, but it's just like, dude, how do you know? And the hope. Okay, so back to the hope. Uh, da, da, da. Easily accessible generic cards like gifts and orders that can be obtained anytime during the match, and a separate. I think if you were to have a separate deck. Now, just coming from a standard standpoint, you have your main deck, you have your gift markers, your quick shield, if you're playing tokens, you have your tokens, and that's it. But I think if you were to add a separate deck afterwards, I think you're adding a little too much. I mean, if it's a clan that doesn't already have tokens, then maybe it could work. But I think if you were to make something where there's something that's universally accessible for every clan, that's just more cards you have to bring. And I think that isn't good. Oh! Ah! Ian! Oh! Saw you were streaming on Twitter and wanted to pop in to say hi. I'm hosting you, by the way, so I'll be lurking in the chat. Oh, thanks, Ian. Okay, so for you guys who don't know, silent artist Ian, he actually drew the Ezel icon that you see on screen, and he did such a fantastic job. Please go follow him. Go do everything for him. Oh wow, people. Oh hi, hello. Arrow Strike. Hello, friendly Naru player that you know here. Oh, well, hello Naru player that I know here. Dark Knight. Jacked. Greetings. You're so kind. No, you're so kind. Oh my gosh. So for those who are just joining, because I just saw the chat just explode, what I'm doing is I'm kind of reading over some comments on my Facebook page. If you guys, can go check that. Essentially, I asked the question, what are your fears and hopes for Overdress? And when I posted it, I was actually going to do 2 separate posts. And in the comments, it was supposed to be ominous. Like, first fear, then hope. But I guess it got lost in the post. So, it's fine. It's fine. So I'm going through the comments, kind of reading them out loud, and, just discussing those ideas. So I'm going to go ahead and continue on to the next one. Ooh, okay, this is from my buddy Rex. Okay. Fear. Set rotation / new format / return to Star Vader support that breaks the game with triangle / omega locking. Okay. Okay. Now that absolutely clears up who you. Okay. I didn't recognize you with that name, but now I know who you are. Good. Hope. Actual Blitz orders used like G-Guardians for standard, return of Garmor support, more events and tournaments, and the eradication of COVID-19. So, I think that's a shared thing that we don't want a set rotation. Because Vanguard's not the kind of game to do a set rotation. It's not. I think if they were to put like 15 cards per clan with a reprint of all the triggers for each clan and enough to build a straight deck, then sure, but Vanguard's not the kind of game to do so. I don't think Omega Lock will happen in Standard. I mean, we have... Alright, thanks for the follow! Christy... is it Chris Internal? Or Christy Eternal? Well, Chris Internal. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hi, how you doing? So we're just reading some comments. I'm sorry there's nothing on screen. I thought I had a chat box set up, but that didn't work. So if you guys just want to go into another screen or minimize this, oh, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Then, what was I saying? I'm just going through my Facebook post that I made recently about hopes and fears of Overdress, and we're just reading down, and I'm just discussing my thoughts about them and what's realistic, what could be. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. This will be posted on YouTube, so. Is this Chris, my boy? Or is this Chris from Vegas? I know quite a few Chris's. So I'm imagining it's yeah, Chris, my boy. Okay, Chris actually has a really interesting YouTube channel. Wonder Vanguard. So please go check that out. He has a really interesting tier list, and I think it's a fair list. So, Vanguard Wonder. Don't make me go check. If it either way, Wonder Vanguard, Vanguard Wonder, go check him out. So Rex's hope was actual blitz orders used like G guards, for standard, the return of Garmar support and the eradication of COVID-19 and more tournaments. Okay, the vaccine's on the way. Okay, the vaccine's on the way. My wife is getting her second, because it's 2 shots. She's getting her second shot here, I think sometime this week or next week. And then, as long as people aren't being stupid with Yee! Get yours in February. Hopefully it becomes more widespread available once we get everybody taken care of. And it makes sense that they have to get the medical people and then the politicians. But the medical people first, because that makes sense. Because if you stretch yourself too thin, like, honestly, these doctors and nurses are so overwhelmed. I can't describe to you the amount of stress that my wife goes through every shift, and just the baggage and all the stuff that, it's from her perspective, but they're horror stories essentially. And so it's just, if there's ever a charity for for hospitals, for nurses specifically, definitely gonna be a thing. Okay, so yes, blitz orders, please. I want there to be more blitz orders. I totally agree with that. I think if you have a blitz order, or able to reoccur blitz orders to use as guardians like G guards, I think that's a great idea. How you get it, I'm not quite sure. Probably with the quick shield ticket. Maybe they will come out with a new one where you could exchange it for something that you need. So I like that. More Darmor support. We'll see. I'm not sure if Overdress will have a lot of returning units. Personally, I kind of would like to see brand new units for all of the clans before we see returning ones. Although, to be fair, I think Bushy has needs to shift the balance a little bit to where it's new units to returning units. Like, they have to raise the stake for new units and drop the returning units down quite a bit. Well, why the blood and not brawlers? You know what? I don't think the world's ready for brawlers just yet. I mean, I know your wallet is, but I don't think we all are ready for it yet. So, again, the vaccines, we're working on it. Okay, so this is from Kenneth Tapalwan. I'm horribly butchering names. I'm sorry. Fear. Reboot. Bermuda being OP. Clan support distribution. Hopes. Equal support for clans, not one set per year dedicated to that clan. Cough. Bermuda. Yeah, I think we've already established that we do not want a reboot. Because that just looks bad. When you talk about the card game community, just of all the various games, and you bring up Vanguard, and they're like, didn't that game get a reboot? Yeah, that was a soft reboot. And they're trying to justify it. That's tough. But do you imagine if they were to reboot it again? It's like, isn't this like the second or third reboot? Yeah, you get used to it. We just need more blaster blades. That's it. So hopefully not another reboot. Or if they do go in terms of a quote-unquote reboot for Overdress, let it be a reboot of a story, not the characters. Like, if you want to flush out Legion Mate, but make it with brand new characters, and maybe incorporate something, sure, fine, go for it. I can't say I hated Legion Mate, but it's not my favorite season. A reboot's a no-no. I see no issues. Give me all the blaster blades. Then we have no collector's market. Bermuda being OP. Honestly, Bermuda's going to be OP until new stuff comes out. And even then, it's not that bad. It isn't that bad at all, because there's such a variety now. And then clan support distribution. So I had said this earlier. I think main boosters need to be 3 clans per set. But have it be where every clan gets 30 cards. Or, 25 or some number. There we go. The ultimate overlord. Forgot the overlord. The reboot. The reboot! Oh, that's great. Isn't the story for Overdress supposed to involve Shin, Chrono, and Aichi? I don't know. We have no confirmation whatsoever about Overdress. Nothing. No, until the 19th. So we'll just have to wait and see. No, those special sleeves that are available at one point. Yeah, those are the special sleeves. The 10th anniversary sleeves. Which is technically the 9th anniversary here in America. Or the West, I should say. Because we didn't get it in English until, what, December of 2011? I didn't get anything until like February of 2012, so. The fact that the idea of second reboot exists, Bushy didn't slap that harder into the rock is disturbing to the company. No, I said to be more positive. Not yeah, no, I get you. I get you. Okay. So let's see here. So I think clans, like, they should bump down 3 clans per main booster, up the number of cards, create a wider variety of cards that could intermingle with each other or be separate decks of their own. And then you can kind of span out how you want to release the clans throughout the year. I don't. I think the one thing about 2020, aside from maybe a few clans, most of it was all one this year. I mean, I guess you could say that we got Claret Sword at the very beginning of the year or late. Genesis technically got support twice this year, but we're like in the calendar year they got twice. But the year for Vanguard started in March. You know what I mean. But we'll see. I think Bermuda. I don't have an opinion about Bermuda. I just want my Coral support. From Adam Rick Taylor, Fear. It might as well be G 2.0 since the lines between standard and premium gets blurred anyway. Hope. Please be sensible in your Bushy Roads decision making and listen to the international community for valuable feedback. And also please have blitz orders. We have waited long enough for them. Everyone just wants the blitz orders. I mean, I agree. I get it. I think if each clan got 2 VRs, it would be kind of nice. Like, if you were to drop the clans from 4 to 3, 2 VRs each. Something where it's like, oh, hey, here's one focused on this, here's one on this. The support's kind of intermingling, but, you kind of give it, hey, there's some variety to you, I guess. I don't know. The lines between premium and standard getting blurred. I mean, I think it's safe to say at this point, standards nearly surpassed premium in terms of what it can do. I mean, if we're looking at a late G era deck, the classic Ange-Trois deck, and not upgrade it at all with standard support versus whatever like Luard or Gerduit, I think that the standard deck would probably have an advantage. Maybe. I don't know. But I think we're getting to that point where it is kind of blurred, but at the same time, this is how things are getting designed. Premium Naru is standard. Oh, for sure. For sure. And I think that's okay. I think that was kind of the idea from the start. Especially with Premium Collection. Yeah, no, it just makes sense. Because, I mean, for some reason, people don't understand that Premium is heavily affected based on whatever standard gets. Because if it's a new card, it's applied to both. Unless they come out with like a premium exclusive booster that supports all clans that isn't just strides and critical triggers. Like actual support, like a premium booster, but multiple times a year. We don't have that, so we have to deal with whatever we get, which is fine. Busher valuing international feedback. Yes, yes, please. Because just because something works in the native country, or at least in the Asian countries, or southern Eastern Asia countries, doesn't necessarily mean it works everywhere else. So I think that they need to listen to their international audience just to better bridge the gap. I'll say this till the day I die. It should have been G and standard. I like experimenting with new cards, but at the same time, I don't know. Because, I mean, once G ended, obviously the Ange 12 deck was the best. Arguably. Or whatever D... Oh, no, D's variants weren't really running around until standard popped up. I mean, there were D's variants, but not as prevalent. So, I mean, unless you're adding more G support, then sure. But that's what premium collections for. Just continue G support and give ban list every year. And then try to keep things balanced. I think we're well past that. I think we are. Unless they give us stand triggers. New stand triggers. Updated power. Updated shield. Skills. Yes. Okay. But I agree with the Blitz order. If we can get some Blitz orders and a nice way to get them. Oh, no, I'm not saying stand triggers in standard. No. Maybe. No. Maybe one clan. But no, I meant like a premium exclusive. Like, you know how they came out with, in Premium Collection, we got the new critical triggers with the updated power and shield. Something like that. Solely for premium. They have a skill. Premium. Premium exclusive. Could be retrains of popular stand triggers. Maybe. I don't know. Or level ups. I don't know. Aren't Genius already premium? They are. I was just trying to, excuse me, make sense of a few things. Okay. So, Chiro Chu. Fear reboot. Hope new clans. Complete new anime. New game mechanics. Man, everyone fears a reboot. Okay, cool. Hopefully it doesn't happen. New clans? I don't know about new clans. As much as I would love a 25th official, like... I can't say 25th official clan because people will correct me about Token Rambu and Bang Dream. But a native 25th clan to Cray, I think would be really cool. Technically, we already have one in Unionverse, but that's from the Shooting Stars spin-off anime, or manga. Which, honestly, I think that would be... Please. That would be amazing. There's a female main character people can relate to. Not a magical girl. But actually owns a shop and fights. and can get... can increase or decrease critical power or criticals and gain a million power, Yeah, no, I agree. That's reboots are just kind of, yeah. And also eliminate non-issue people, and Bushy is leaning to hard on the nostalgia. No, yeah. But hopefully, it's the 10th anniversary, so I would like to think that this first part of the reboot was to fill that nostalgia to set up for the next thing. They threw 3 years of G into 6 months. It's true. I think Overdress is just going to build up more into the standard formula. I think so too. I think Overdress will add on to standard what we have so far. Maybe take things in a different direction. I mean, we'll probably still see the typical Force 1, the Type 1, Type 2 markers. I don't know if they'll do a Type 3. I highly doubt it. Because, I mean, what more could you do? Really? Why would they introduce blitz orders just to throw it away right away? Yeah, no, I hopefully we do get more. I mean, technically there's a second one, but it's a Daido one and it's Japan exclusive, so I mean it's a Quick Shield. But with Daido. That would have been really cool. I would have bought that for sure. But we'll probably just have to settle with the Bang Dream Quick Shield. New game mechanic, maybe. I mean, it's really hard to tell what more they can do. Because remember, at the end of G, we were thinking grade 5s were going to be a thing. Which, I mean, to be fair, did technically come true, just not in the way we thought. What more could you do? That phrase was said before. Before we were introduced to the new mechanics and the overall community was worried the game was in. Yeah, no. So, I want to have faith that Bushi will come up with something. I want to believe. I have been hurt by Bushi before, and I'm ready to get hurt again. But who knows? Maybe this will be really good. It's been I know, and everyone's been jumping ship to Digimon, which honestly I'm excited for Digimon. Don't get me wrong, but I'm waiting for the official release of the game because prices right now are too damn high. And maybe I want to play around with some other decks later. So I mean, we'll wait. Digimon will be a whole other discussion. It'll be a whole other discussion. All right. Let's say one more for the Facebook. From Doi Nguyen. I probably horribly mispronounced that. Actually, the prices are going down a bit since it's close to release. The prices of Digimon are fair, not gonna lie. Okay. Well, I'll double check it because I understand Omnimon should be a decently priced card, but I haven't looked at I've seen one thing. The current product is limited release, so it makes sense. Yes. The pre-sale prices were crazy because everybody was jumping ship. And it's totally understandable. But again, once the release comes out, it should drop. It should drop. We'll see. Fear. Idol anime. Magical girl anime. No card fights. Uses Bane Dream D4 DJ Sirius again. Royal Paladin MC. Aichi main character. That's a lot to unpack. There's no hope on this one. Just fear. No hope. Only fear. So we already got the magical girl aspect already done. Yo, that Marcus Damon deck. Yes. Just gonna punch your opponent and then Digivolve your Digimon. Legit, just punch him in the face. Judge, he punched me. Assault. No, that's my ability. And the Bane Dream and the D4 DJ made sense. So it makes sense. It is fair because it is a Bushiroad property. So it makes sense that they would use They're voice actors and singers for their own thing. So that makes sense. I highly doubt we'll not get card fights. Or I highly doubt we'll go through another season where we don't get card fights. The closest thing to a card fight we've had recently is Emma versus Kai, and it was a fast forward repeat of the first episode's reboot. First episode reboot. You know, we're never gonna get a Jam Project song. Yo, you know, we had a Jam Project song and everyone crapped on it. Generations was a really good song, but people poop on it, and it's sad. Like, the song's really good. I mean, yeah, it doesn't... It's not quite the original, or Limit Break, or... It's still good. Generations is still really good. So I mean, the only possible thing I can see with Aichi being a main character again is if it's him in America going to university. Because that's what he did during the first, 2.5 years of G? So, I hope not. I hope not, but I mean, if you are going to give us an Aichi, give us something better. Give us an Aichi that we don't know of. You know, college Aichi. You know, we don't know of this college Aichi until he comes in G. Other than that, please give me somebody else. Yes. Roddy with the glow up. Yes. And that makes sense because Fiona's coming out. So that just makes sense. Okay, let's swing over to Twitter real quick. Because I enjoy reading these particular comments and stuff. Elemental Hero, Dark Honest. Did you guys see Dark Honest? Yo, if we had a Yusei for Vanguard, that'd be amazing. That would be so cool. Like, just this morning, I saw it and I'm just like, 13 years! Okay, so it may be called Dishonest. Maybe, I don't know. I'm upset about it. I'm kind of okay with Dark Honest. Just because it's that dark archetype. Because everything has dark in its name. Dark Armed Dragon, Dark Lord Zerato, Dark Nephthys. But I agree. I think Dishonest would have been... That was a key thing. And if they do, cool. If not, missed opportunity. I don't think Konami will release a card called Dishonest because they just don't want to give away their tactics. It is a 10 out of 10 name, but I don't think they want to reveal that they are dishonest. Franklin Terp. Magical something. I forgot about those. Magical something? You know, if any game needs a reboot, it's fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! A hardcore. Like, okay, yeah, I get Bushiroad's really hard into the nostalgia aspect, but have you seen the products for Yu-Gi-Oh! Over the last couple of years, especially the Megatons? Hot take. But with Konami being so hardcore into the damn nostalgia of the original series, reboot it. But here's a twist. You do it like Vanguard did. Sorta. Now what I mean by that is you follow the manga. You follow the manga. Well, I don't... Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the Eternal format, I don't think it would... Excuse me. No, I don't have COVID. I had it once already. I didn't get it again. It's just a dry throat, maybe some strep. No. So I wouldn't say yes and no. I think what they could do for UDO is, oh, hey, here's Dark Magician, Red Eyes and Blue Eyes. Hey, let's, instead of releasing a bunch of vanilla boss monsters, let's actually have them do something. So that way, in the reboot, they actually do a thing where the original ones, they have value because it's collectors. You can go through the manga, Pegasus gets killed, and then once you get past Battle City, oh, hey, here's Yu-Gi-Oh! R. That was mostly drawn by the guy who created Vanguard. And then you go to GX, you do the same thing, you reboot it, except you follow the manga story. Yo, more emphasis on those masked heroes. Bring back the Duel Master system. Yo, honestly, yo. Odd Eye's twin-tailed cat is amazing. If we ever get those in English, I am buying them. Maybe 2 playsets, because, my wife likes cats. Best decision, yes, I agree. Getting off topic. Okay, I was doing on Twitter. Which, honestly, Twitter has become such a nice place as of, the last couple of days? I wonder why. Political jabs. Jab, jab. Alright, here's some from Twitter. Fear. New format. Then hope Bushy gets their shit together and releases English versions in the same order as Japan. Why is Bang Dream release so late? I'm fuming. At least we're getting it. I had a great time listening to your thoughts, Senpai. I gotta bounce for now. Hope you have a good rest of your stream. Thank you for joining. And thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I'm glad you brought some people with you. Totally appreciate it. You have yourself a good night, sir. It's almost like it became less orange somehow. We're getting Bane Dream. We're getting it. Yes, it's late, but you know what? I'm willing to bet there had to be some legal issues or something. Or maybe because of COVID, we couldn't get it. I don't know. I would love Kadani to be like, okay, here's why English didn't get it as early as it should have. And then go off and talk about how the creator of Buddy Fight may or may not have broke a non-disclosure agreements and talk crap about Bushi and created Date Ruler. I misread Power Creep for something else. Apparently a word that's banned now. So we're getting Bang Dream. Calm down. Both sides. Yeah. I'm curious to see how that story develops. I don't know. Both sides are just using Buddy Fight for their own gains. Well, I really want them to yeah, no, I think Buddy Fight could have been handled better. Like, I kind of noticed it in Triple D. They started going more into archetypes or subtypes, or not clans, but it was like archetypes, sun dragons and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, this is starting to seem very familiar. And then you get to X, and that's like, okay, that's kind of oof. Oh no, oh, for sure, for sure. I remember I was in Texas 20 was it 2018? It was 2018 because my wife, well, fiance at the time, or girlfriend at the time, because I hadn't proposed yet, came with me, and I OTK'd somebody with the. Oh no no! This was at the end of X. This is before Ace. So I OTK'd somebody with a ball impact. I don't remember what the one that restands itself. Sun Dragons. Aside from Hero World, Sun Dragons was kind of the deck I was like, I like this. But I gave it up, got it back, and started investing, sorta. But I think the way Bushy handled Buddy Fight could have been done better. I think that they also could have looked into finding another animation company. Because the one that they had used before was bought out by another company. And it's like Sunrise now or something. The people who do Gundam, essentially, bought out the company that originally did it. So I think they could have easily found another company. Because if you don't have an anime, your card game's going to not be as good. And, I mean, we saw Buddy Fight suffer because of that. Yet you're releasing all these Buddy Fight products, but there's nothing to show for it. You know, yeah, you have a stream fight with the characters, voice acting, okay, cool. But Luck and Logic was just a horrible mess. Like, the anime didn't even have anything to do with a card game. So I can kind of understand why I only got 6 episodes in. Like Luck and Logic, but I do have a child that for Luck and Logic still. But I mean the anime, it's okay. Like the game was okay. I liked the game. The anime could have been better if you had focused more on the cards instead of, oh, we're gonna save the world through like a card or two an episode. Yeah. And then let's see. But it's a buddy fight. It's a buddy fight. Ace was good. I enjoyed the Ace anime. I still need to finish like the last 10 episodes. But heck, they were fantastic. And I think if they needed another animation company, they easily could have done it. But they didn't, and I have nothing but, you know, good things to say about Buddy Fight and its anime. Okay. Let's, excuse me. Here's a fear. Actually, it looks like Twitter is mostly all fear. That sounds So you want Duel Masters back? Yeah, I agree. Duel Masters was a lot of fun. I think one of the guys that had designed Duel Masters is working on the Digimon card game, so the anime was hype. I think the anime is still going in Japan. It's just a different character, or it's gone through a reboot, or I don't know. It's still going. There aren't any cool looking units, especially for Link Joker, and when I say cool looking, I mean both art and skill. I don't want some simple vanilla units. I want units with abilities as cool as they look. I agree. I agree. We get the Battle Spirits in the US. Oh. I wish Battle Spirits was a lot easier to get into. I actually have been contemplating getting into it through the Kamen Rider collabs. But my god. It's so complicated. It's fun, but it's so complicated. But I agree with this particular fear that you don't want cool looking vanillas when you can have, you know, have your cake and eat it too. But at the same time, it's like, you know, it just depends. It just depends. The Nameless One. It will make one clan specifically OP, like during G era when Gear Trontal dominated, at least where I was at all times. Yeah, no, I understand that fear. I think they've learned from that. I think Bushy has learned from it. I would get into Battle Spirits if they had the Kamen Rider Ultra Man collabs as well in English. I think it's just because of licensing. And it's Bandai. So that's also kind of why I have a I wouldn't say a fear for Digimon, but more of a red flag. But I mean, Super's been doing, Dragon Ball Super's been doing well. So I mean, I don't know who plays it, but apparently it's doing good. Oh hey Chris, here's your comment. They reboot the game again and make it art hard. Okay. Two, they add some new game mechanics that adds a level of complexity that has no business existing in a card game like Vanguard. I like that. I do like an added level of complexity that can also add to the interaction. Kind of like what we had in G, but just different. Hopefully it's no reboot. G, okay. G was a beautiful mess. If you started in G, I'm sorry. You were in for a bad time. But from someone who started the game and went through the natural progressions of each of the mechanics, going to G, I think G was probably one of the best eras. I mean, okay, yeah, there were some down points for sure. For sure, there were some low points. Like before keyword skills became a thing. Or yeah, order cards are definitely good. Ravand. That they do a rotation format and not tell anybody until the last minute. Rotation doesn't bother me. I mostly play premium, but it will be super unhealthy if it happens without warning. I hope it's just a new mechanic to the already existing cards, not like markers. I agree with that. I hope that it isn't a last minute thing. Like I know the Bermuda set and Sanctuary Guard's coming out, what, 3 days, 4 days after the announcement for Overdress, and it would just be really poopy if they're like, oh yeah, here you go, we're doing a thing. Yeah, no, I remember the date. I gotta get in touch with Justin. I gotta figure out when we're going to open. Yeah, I gotta get in contact with Justin because he invited me to open cases of the Bermuda set. I don't know if he actually has ordered them yet, but I gotta get in contact with them. They designed the cards in a way that makes up for every this point irrelevant. It has me a bit concerned. They're calling it Vanguard 2.0. So Vanguard 2. Oh, he did. Hell yeah! I can finally get my draw PGs. Heck yeah! And all that bulk. Oh man, my wife is gonna be mad at me for all the bulk I'm bringing home. Oh, look, I brought home bulk from set 10 and set 11 because Justin was just like, I don't need this. There you go. And she saw it. She's like, oh yeah, just what you need. More cards. I'm like, yeah, because there's other things I want to play around with. Hey, you make oodles of money and you buy yourself a whole bunch of stuff. Let me have this. Yeah. Yo, like I was able to build a whole bunch of decks from it, and I actually sent a good chunk of it to a friend of mine in Arizona. So Got a Verte Anaconda and a Healthy Fibrex from it, so nice. And this is from Jon. John. I play Magic the Gathering, so I have no fears. They added and subtracted so much. Rotating sets, nothing new. New formats, good. More the better. You know, I. On one hand, another format would be interesting. Now let me finish this. Let me finish this before you guys I rustle your jimmies. Because there's a big dissection here that I can do. Another format could be interesting, but it would only be interesting if Bushy actually allowed other. I don't want to say like company, but like another. Because like I know for Yu-Gi-Oh they have like there's other companies of judges and staff that they hire to run said events, like local, statewide, you know, staff, like specifically for judging card games. So if Bushiroad were to make the regional events more infrequent. Now, I'm not saying, oh, the 2 events per year is fun. No. I'm thinking like an event like every 2 months. If they were to somehow manage an event every 2 months in far more places than what they are limited to already, they could get the upper states like Washington State. They could go to Nebraska. They could go into Nebraska. No, Nebraska's down. The Dakotas, Michigan. They could go to Maine. They could go to the various states, state by state, or at least an area by area, by getting some outside help to manage and run these events. If they were to do that, then adding another format could be fun. Like you have one regional that, you can still have the 2-day event. That's fine. But like one would be, oh, hey, here's premium, here's standard. And then the following regional would be extreme fights and whatever. Alaska. Yes, we could have regional events in Alaska. I don't know what that would do. Alabama. Yes, Alabama, for sure. Why not? Like, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic and Pokemon have all these events in various states and various, areas. Bushy's limited on their staff, but if they were to go to these other companies and to be like, hi, we would like to have you guys host our events. And, maybe fly a judge or two out, like a head judge. Like head judge Alex, to a few places, and just to oversee the event, but still have more events going on. I think that would bring more attention to the game, because it's just, well, not just more attention, but more of an accessibility. Like there are people who drive from across the country, even parts of the world, to come to California. California, as far as I'm aware, has the biggest regionals. And it's not just the fact that it's Terra Expo as well. And I'm solely only looking at the Vanguard numbers. Upwards of 500 to 700. Head Judge Alex isn't Head Judge Alex anymore? Excuse me? Oh, I gotta talk to Alex then. Other Alex. So, okay, because Magic has so many different formats. I know that Pokemon does too. While all of them are preferably standard or expanded or modern, I don't know the case. But I think that could be interesting. At least with Yu-Gi-Oh, because that's the eternal format. They could, in theory, just get extra staff or go through a company that's knowledgeable in these card games and just run the event and just fly out a head judge or two. Or even be like, hey, we need more head judges in all these states and cities. You want to throw a regional event in Alabama? Then, hey, cool. A couple 200 players? Sure. Someone from Alabama go judge. Alaska? Well, I mean, don't necessarily need to go to Alaska, but I mean, it's on the way. It's Canada. It may as well be. It just makes more sense. I don't know. So yeah, that was people's hopes and or fears and hopes for Overdress. And the consensus is no reboot, because reboots are lame. We've already had one. We don't need another. Newer characters, newer mechanic, but something that's in line of what Standard already does. It's pretty simple. I just hope that on the 19th we get those answers, because this is kind of a breaking point right now. I mean, if Bushy isn't aware of what people want and they go ahead and they reboot, or they go ahead and they do this other stuff, people will just jump ship to Digimon or back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Or I wouldn't say if it lives or dies, but this will definitely hit Vanguard very hard. I mean, the truly dedicated players will still play, but those who casually play just for fun or go to events just to do better might not like the direction the game's going and just jump ship. I love this game. I do. You know, I like a lot of games that I play. And I want this one to do good because, you know, it's a fun game. It's relatively affordable. You're not spending $1,000 for your deck unless you're, you know, SPing or max raritying everything out, which, you know, if you can afford to, money for you, I guess, but no. You don't start spending money on gacha games. You increase the money you spend on gacha games. I don't know. So we're just gonna hope for the best. Free to play all the way. Yeah, but I mean, if you're not spending money on booster packs and you want to splurge, you know, on getting like 100 packs in Zero or something, or in Dual Links, that's up to you. You can. You can totally do so. just worried. Just worried. But, you know, again, the 19th will come around and we'll watch it. And the Vanguard English page is very memey, but they've confirmed that they're also going to be putting up the translations of all the slides as the presentation goes. So hopefully, you know, the news will get out quicker. And if it's good news, perfect. This is what we need. And if it's not, well then, does anybody have any extra Omnimons I can get? No, I'd probably try to invest in a playset of Dark Honest. Just so I can strap fist people. Junk Warrior, attack, strap fist. Oh hey, Rush Warrior, Dark Honest, bang, OTK. Like you said, I'm ready to be. Yeah. I mean, if it gives I just want new things. Like I don't mind nostalgia a little bit. I don't mind it, and I think with what the reboot has done for nostalgia has been fine. Has there been a bit more overemphasis on the nostalgia? For sure. But I'd like to believe that this was the strategy all along to reboot, remake everything, to get onto a similar plane or scale or level. So when it comes for the next iteration, it's it's like, hey, well, there'll probably be a little dip in power, or it'll stay about even. Then we can go higher and higher, and it'll be good. Where's my brawler nostalgia? I will hopefully, my hope. My hope. I don't even talk about fear anymore because fears we all share the same fears. My hope is the ratio of new to old units. There's more newer units than there are returning units. And I don't mean, oh, newer named brawler cards. No. I mean, yeah, I guess so. But a few returning units, retrains, but more emphasis on, oh, here's a brand new boss grade 3 for Gold Paladin, or Deer Chronicle, or Link Joker that isn't a Chaos base, or, here's just new, here's a new boss for Clan that can do a new thing. And then here's some additional support for various other builds. We didn't forget you, Brawlers. We didn't forget you, Tighter. We didn't forget you, whatever the F you are, Chaos. We didn't forget you. Here you go. Here's little bits of support. But to make those decks relevant. And I'm not talking like I know there was what's this one card for Gold Paladin. Oh yeah, your brain's been up for 19 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna end it right here. I'm gonna, real quick, a few more minutes. This Relentless Knight, Lulash, that's Ezel support indirectly, and it's only the one card. I think if they were to, like I said, go through, give us a new thing, but maybe a few extra cards for older support, perfect. But keep that ratio of new original card to higher than returning support. I think that way it's a fair balance of brand new stuff to keep people excited for what's next, and enough to satisfy the players who are still playing. All right, well, that's been a stream. I'm going to do some research for the next couple of days and try to get that chat box in on the screen. So I may have to download OBS. We'll go through it. Maybe I'll have a test stream in the next couple of days to kind of see if it works. And if you've been watching on YouTube, well, follow me on the YouTube and the Twitch and the Twitter and the Facebook. Everything will be in the description below. All right, thank you guys so much for joining. I appreciate it. This has been a fun discussion. Let's just hope that, things go good. Okay, you guys have a good night. Wear your damn face masks when you're outside. And stay humble. Peace.